The sheer force of Mother Nature.
Authorities are already warning Americans to prepare for possible mass evacuations. Rivers of mud filling the streets, people trying to get to higher ground.
The mission of One Concern is really quite extraordinary. It is really to help local communities react properly and efficiently in the wake of natural disasters.
Disasters will happen. It's what we do before disasters that has the greatest impact on changing the outcome.
The state of our infrastructure is very antiquated, so we need analytical tools and things like that that are going to help us.
Most people have always viewed natural disasters as, okay, they come, they hit us, there's not a damn thing we can do about it. That's not true at all. There's so much more we can do now.
It is the first time there's really been a viable solution to do damage modeling without having to be an expert in seismology or structural engineering.
One Concern's platform is a leapfrog over the systems of today that help people prepare for disasters, and none of them has the sophistication of modeling that's embedded in One Concern.
There are other loss modeling platforms out there, but they were developed, say, with computing information technologies from 20 years ago.
A lot of times when we look at earthquake data, it's not very real time. And I think this tool allows us to be real time and be able to go into details, down to the blocks of where damages are. It's helped this department plan way ahead.
The idea that you could actually improve the ability of different communities to withstand what appears to be an increasing number of natural disasters, that is very, very important.
One Concern's platform is unique because it utilizes machine learning and therefore is able to aggregate not only vast amounts of data, but vastly different data sets in order to create their predictive algorithms.
And then bringing it together in an industrial strength fashion and producing very, very useful analysis that shows you what you should do to improve resilience and shows you how you should respond in the wake of a natural disaster. More and more, it's going to become a way of identifying to these clients where they should spend the marginal dollar to improve their resilience. That's a very exciting mission.
One Concern is actually reinventing completely risk modeling using artificial intelligence.
And therefore, developing these kinds of algorithms and allowing both government officials, but also the private sector, to plan in advance and to plan in a more integrated way will really build the capacity of critically vulnerable regions all around the world.
That's very, very valuable. This is obviously a true service to mankind, if you will.
Too often in disasters, people are overlooked, and this tool will help ensure that we're addressing the needs of those most in need of help.
Recreation and Parks' responsibility in a disaster and emergency is shelter and welfare. Earthquakes are so unpredictable and we really never know when they're going to happen, and to be able to plan for shelters or different locations and look at One Concern and be able to make it that much better for our citizens.
It's all in the name. I think the team at One Concern is really concerned about the people on the ground, about the results. In the long run, this is what's going to differentiate one platform from the other.
It's a small company, but a big deal, and it's going to be a big company because it has the capability to create new opportunities all around the world.
Just in their earliest stage, they have been sought out by organizations that often are seen as impenetrable. And I think that says quite a lot about both the team, but also the product.
One Concern is really well posed, I think, because it's the kind of technology platform they have is one we might characterize as disruptive.
They've got good analytical horsepower. You're allowing people to solve a problem that they didn't think was solvable. That's pretty neat.
Every time I've spent a couple of hours with members of the team, I've emerged very, very excited, enthusiastic, and stimulated by what it is that they're doing, by the way they collaborate, by the way they come together, and frankly, by the way they're excited. Because it's rare to find this combination of great leaders, great big ideas, great team, and all of this in one firm behind a mission, ideas that are hugely important for potentially all of mankind.
The word that comes to me when I think of One Concern is inspiring. You know, one of the greatest things about mission-driven companies is that they attract people who are driven by the mission, and those tend to be very special people, and that's certainly been the case so far at One Concern.